welcome to today's Explainer. We usually think of astronauts as these rigid math and science robots. But today, we're looking at an absolute masterclass in human curiosity. We're exploring the incredible journey of NASA astronaut Zena Cardman. Her story isn't just about rockets and zero gravity, it's really about that fundamental human desire to understand the world around us and how that very drive takes us from our own backyards literally all the way to the cosmos. Okay, let's dive into this. Why do we actually explore space? It's a massive question, right? When we look up at the cosmos, we're really looking for answers to the absolute most profound mysteries of our existence. We're looking up to find out who we are, where we are, and what exactly we're doing here. Basically, it's all about seeking out our place in the universe. Astronaut Zena Cardman puts it perfectly. I think in a lot of ways, science and exploration is just innate to us as human beings. That's why toddlers ask so many why questions. It really is just part of who we are. But there's a very practical side to this whole thing, too. By trying to explore space, we actually generate solutions to terrestrial problems right down here on Earth, problems we didn't even know we had. Our innate curiosity actively pushes human innovation forward. Section 1, the drive to explore, from innate curiosity to global solutions. Section 2, from backyard to Antarctica, building an astronaut. Let's move to and see how this builds. So how exactly is an astronaut built? Well, for Zena, it was a highly unconventional path. She was actually born in Champaign-Urbana, Illinois, but raised in Virginia. Her older brother left for college when she was just 5, so she was essentially raised as an only child. That meant her backyard in Williamsburg became her very first alien planet to explore. A high school biology teacher lit the spark for research, and then that snowballed into studying biology, chemistry, and geosciences in college. That curiosity literally drove her to the ends of the Earth, conducting oceanography research in the freezing, completely remote wilderness of Antarctica. And today, she's the commander of NASA's SpaceX Crew 11. What makes Zena's background so fascinating to me is her commitment to this idea of whole brain thinking. Alongside the heavy sciences, she was a creative writing minor. I absolutely love this because it completely shatters that tired stereotype of the astronaut as just a math robot. It proves that to truly understand the natural world, you absolutely have to tap into your creativity just as much as your analytical skills. Section 3, Science aboard the ISS. The mission and the science. When astronauts travel to the International Space Station, they're spending months living and working in a metal tube. So as commander, Zena's job goes way beyond just flying the ship. By definition, spaceflight requires deep collaboration. Her true role is to bring out the absolute best in her crewmates. From the first day of training until they're safely back on Earth, she's monitoring their well-being and keeping everyone focused on the larger mission overview. Spaceflight is the ultimate team sport, so for Zena, leadership in orbit is this really humbling exercise in empathy and being part of something so much larger than herself. But you might be wondering, what are they actually doing up there all day? Well, a massive focus is on medical research. It's this fascinating paradox. We send humans into the total isolation of space to learn how to better treat humans down here on Earth. And Zena herself is incredibly excited to act as a human test subject for this medical research, essentially testing the biological limits of our species. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is she's signed up for something called CIPHER. Now, this isn't just your standard quick checkup. CIPHER is a very large, all-encompassing medical study conducted directly on the ISS. The goal here is to comprehensively map exactly how the human body reacts, changes, and adapts to long-duration spaceflight in microgravity. It's incredibly complex and absolutely vital for our future. Section 4. Pushing our limits. The bigger picture. Because, look, the ISS is really just a stepping stone. Our sights are set on the Moon and eventually Mars. All that rigorous data collected from studies like CIPHER, that is the critical stepping stone, the required roadmap for our survival out there. Everything they're doing right now is actively paving the way for humanity to travel farther out and expand deeper into the solar system. Getting there requires a very specific mindset. Zena operates on this core philosophy. We have to take some risks, we have to challenge ourselves in order to push ourselves. And it's so true. Whether you're an individual, a team, or our entire species, we simply do not grow if we stay in our comfort zones. True growth requires taking risks and stepping into the unknown. So I want to leave you with this. What will we discover next, for this generation and the ones to come? As long as we keep looking up, keep asking why, like toddlers do, and keep pushing past our earthly limits, the possibilities are literally boundless. I really hope this leaves you inspired by the cosmos and eager to learn more about our future in space. Never lose that drive to explore. Thank you so much for joining me for today's explainer.